The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. A Fisherfolk group from Pag-asa Island are okay with a suggestion for them to be deployed in the West Philippine Sea as reservists so long as they do not carry firearms. Pag-asa Island Fisherfolk Association President Larry Hugo said this would be a big help to the country. However, Hugo emphasized that they are only willing to provide reports and not take up arms. This way, the lives of fisherfolk will not be threatened. AFP Chief Romeo Browner earlier said that they are looking into the deployment of reservists in the disputed waters as tensions there heat up.
Magbibigay na lang po kami ng mga impormasyon kung ano pong nakikita man namin dito sa West Philippine Sea. And then, hindi na po kami gagamit ng kahit anong uri ng armas. Kung malaman po ng mga Chinese na yung mga mangingisda po ay may mga armas, baka lalo lamang pong mapahamak yung mga mangingisda.
And several government agencies have banded together as they kicked off the Alalayan 2023 exercises at the Manila Bay. Aside from enhancing the interoperability of the participating agencies, the exercise also seeks to test out the IORIS platform. IORIS, or the Indo-Pacific Regional Information Sharing, is a secure communications platform provided by the European Union to participants in the Indo-Pacific region. This enables countries to collaborate and coordinate across different agencies whenever there are maritime incidents. However, the Philippine Coast Guard clarified that the exercise is not a show of force, nor is it a knee-jerk reaction to China's water cannon attack on PCG ships last weekend. In other news, city bus operators are urging the government to remove the EDSA busway after incurring losses during the COVID-19 pandemic. The busway system along EDSA was changed during lockdown, moving the bus lanes to the innermost lane of the major thoroughfare. But bus operators noted that this limited their operations and brought down the daily passenger count to just over 500 from 3,000 back in 2020. Operators are now calling for the old system to be reinstated.
Hindi naman kami kumita during COVID. Kaya ang nangyayari sa amin, pinipressure na kami ngayon ng mga creditors na magbayad na kami. Akala nila kung kikita kami, kaya pinipilit namin bumalik sa EDSA.
The MMDA is warning, though, that moving bus lanes again will be inconvenient for commuters and worsen traffic. The LTFRB, for its part, said that it will create a technical working group to balance the concerns of the bus operators and maintain the order of traffic.
Dahil nga po dito sa COVID-19 may mga travel demands po, no, na nakita po na yung may pre-pandemic na hindi na kailangan, may marong pre-pandemic na kailangan, no, yung mga yung during pandemic na develop po siya na may demand na rin. So yun po yung binabalanse po ngayon ng ahensya.
And one economist believes that growth has already peaked in the first quarter of this year. ING Bank senior economist Nikki Mapa told The Big Story that while it's good to aim for 6 to 7% full-year GDP this year, it will be a challenge to accomplish. Mapa notes that there might not be enough momentum to reach this target. He also said that the government should now find ways to spend funds more efficiently in order to boost the country's economic activity.
It's good to have a fighting target. It's good to continue to push for higher growth. But if, let's say, the current trends hold out, we are starting to see signs or upside risks to inflation have manifested again. If households don't get a break, then I'm guessing there's not enough momentum in the economy. Maybe 5% is doable, but from the looks of it, hitting that 6% target, I guess we can still aspire to do that, but it will be a very tall order to achieve.
We're pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories right after that. Keep it here on One News. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Interior Department has directed the National Police Force to review its operational procedures after the fatal shooting of teenager Jemboy Baltazar due to mistaken identity. Interior Secretary Benher Abalos himself is lobbying for this to make sure that the same incident will not be repeated. He says the cops involved have been slapped with criminal and administrative cases. Abalos and PNP Chief Benjamin Acorda Jr. visited separately the wake of 17-year-old Jemboy on Thursday. Baltazar was shot dead in Navotas after cops mistook him for a murder suspect.
Nakakulong na ang ating na-involved dito. 2 kaso, isang kriminal ang sinampa at yung administratibo. Ibig sabihin administratibo yung kung sila ba'y bilang pulis pa, no, sila ba'y magiging bahagi pa ng kapulisan. Nagpatawag ako na aming dapat i-review ang procedural, operational procedure. Kamukha nitong hot pursuit, anong dapat gawin? Dapat di na maulit ito.
Still on that story, Jemboy's mother has arrived in the Philippines from Qatar. Rodaliza Bartolome was welcomed at the airport by Migrant Workers Department Officer in Charge Bernard Olalio, Undersecretary Hans Kakdak, and Overseas Workers Welfare Administrator Arnel Ignacio. The agencies reportedly vowed to give 100,000 pesos in aid to Rodaliza and shoulder the funeral and burial expenses of Jemboy. Both offices also promised to help the bereaved mother to find employment here in the Philippines and assist her with the education expenses of her 2 other children. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Philippine consulate in Honolulu says that no Filipinos have died from the wildfires in Hawaii. The consulate, though, is constantly in touch with local authorities there for updates. Filipinos in that area are being urged to take precautions and evacuate their homes if ordered. According to Hawaii's government, 53 individuals have died while hundreds are still missing. Health Secretary Ted Herbosa has appointed Dr. Tony Liachon as the agency's special advisor for non-communicable diseases. Herbosa believes that Liachon's appointment will be beneficial to the public given his experience and expertise. Before this, Liachon served as special consultant to the National Task Force against COVID-19 under the Duterte administration. And another oil price hike is looming for next week. The Energy Department estimates that by next week, diesel prices could go up by 1 peso and 10 centavos to 1 peso and 40 centavos per liter, while gasoline could likewise be more expensive by 1 peso and 35 centavos to 1 peso and 65 centavos a liter. This would be the 5th consecutive week of oil price hikes. One News Now will be back at 6 p.m. with the day's latest stories. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.